Alright guys, so I'm back again. Said I'd do a part 2 video of that from last night. Promise this won't be nearly as long. As you can see behind me, I've got the Santa truck. It's all lit up, ready to go. We are taking it out tonight. I wanted to say, last night I think I mentioned something about our ladder truck, that we used it for a year or two when we first started doing this. So let me flip around. And that is our ladder truck. So that is 3153. It has a longer wheelbase, so it's not really much taller than what the Santa truck is, but being the longer wheelbase made it harder to get turned around in some of the courts and some of the areas. It's also our only ladder truck, so it made it taking it out of service kind of made it more difficult for us because we didn't have a surplus to put in its place. As far as the engines go, we have 5 engines, so using the Santa truck as one of our engines works out perfect. And this little guy is actually engine 3130. You can see it there on the door behind the lights, and it has probably our shortest wheelbase of all trucks, so this thing turns around great in courts. So just want to show you a few things that are on it. Of course, got the abominable, but you can see some of the lights on the front, like these that are not doing anything at the moment. They're actually sound activated, so the speakers keep them pumping pretty good most of the night, including this little guy up here. I can get it to zoom in right there, the disco ball. It goes most of the night because the sound keeps it going as well. And right behind it, sorry, just notice I'm shaking a lot. Behind it are those speakers. Those are doo-wop rentals. They're actually concert speakers. And there's 4 of them on the truck, 2 on the front, and there's 1 on each side. Right up here. So those are what delivers all that great sound every night. And as you can see, everything is LED light this year, I believe. We have more of the motion sensor, or the sound lights. These are little pancake lights right here. There's 2 of them on the sled. The other one's right there. So they light up the sled, kind of go to a green and a red light to it. Sorry, I should have pulled it out where I had more room, but so all of this that's running right now, including the sound, all of it runs off this little generator, this little Honda generator. It only runs on about a gallon of gas, maybe even half gallon of gas a night. I don't even think it's half gallon. It keeps everything going pretty good, so nothing's running off the truck right now. The truck is completely independent of it. As you can tell, we've got a ladder on the back of it just to get Santa up into the truck. And once we're up here, of course, the little door keeps Santa safe. Santa will stand on one side, and Mrs. Claus will stand on the other. I think they kind of switch back and forth throughout the night, but that's usually where they're at, is in the back of the sled. They've got these great little bars here to hold on to, that way when the truck's swinging and rocking, it doesn't throw them off. So this will give you kind of their point of view. So as you can see, they got a pretty good point of view up here. They can see all the way around. In front of them are usually 2 elves. That's what these 2 poles in the front are for. These elves are usually up here watching out for everything that's coming at them. They're the safeties for Santa. As I mentioned in the video, power lines and tree limbs are just barely higher than the sled. So like right now, my face would be near the level of the lowest utility lines. So I do have this little heater up here, a little propane heater. It does warm the bottom of the Santa sleigh up just a little bit. I think it gives them a little relief on the really cold nights. When they're not waving at kids, they kind of put their hands down and warm them up off of it. So just a little extra for the people up here helping out. This fire truck does have an onboard generator. That's what this big guy is here. It runs off the diesel of the engine. So we could run it off this and it would more than power everything we need to do other than that little Honda, but it's not nearly as efficient as the Honda. And probably worst is right there's the exhaust. So the elves and the Santas would have diesel exhaust in their face all night. So that's a real bummer. Don't want that. You get a better look at the 4 concert speakers we got up here, looking at the backs of them. So it's a pretty good little deal we got. So give you a better look at the Santa sleigh from up here. So all right, well that's all I got for you this time. So wait. Before I go, don't forget we're putting these all on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell. That way we know you're out there and you'll see our new videos whenever they post. And don't forget to drop comments that let us know what you want to see and what you think of the video content we're putting out. Alright, thanks guys.